Let's talk about your unknown. One of the biggest culminations of all of the techniques that you've learned over the entire semester, if you were in my face-to-face lab, would be to get handed a bacteria. You don't know what it is. You have to do all of the tests that you've learned over the semester to identify that bacteria. That is exercise 16 in your lab manual. It actually has kind of a follow through on what you should be doing. I've done all the experiments. I've taken pictures of the results, and you have them now. Just like it would be in real life. Sometimes experiments have what you expect happen. Sometimes they don't. I did all the experiments. Whether or not the results are the perfect results, the results that I got are the results that you have, period. Don't forget that you have the Berge's manual also in your lab manual. This is page 91 and 92. This actually does have all of the experiments and what the results should be. Again, some of them match up, some of them don't. Just depends. I mentioned this previously. There are only 9 possibilities for your unknown. Bacillus cereus, and if you need to, the names are up here. Bacillus cereus, Bacillus megaterium, Enterobacter aerogens, Escherichia coli, Micrococcus luteus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Pseudomonas putida, Serratia marcescens, and Staph epidermidis. Those are the 9. Those are the only ones that are possibilities. And you've got Berge's manual that should help you to basically narrow it down. If you would like the pictures so that you can include them as figures in your report, that's fine. Text me, let me know, and I will email you the pictures specifically to your Blackboard email. There also is a grading rubric. This is what I will use to grade your papers. Literally, it has everything that I am looking for. The 2 that most of the time people miss or forget. There's supposed to be a comparison to the Berge's manual. This is the Berge's manual. You need to compare the results that you are seeing to what you see here based on what your best guess is for the bacteria that you have actually gotten. The history. There's natural history that is 20% of your grade. A lot of people miss that, so instead of starting at 100 and going down, they're starting at 80 and going down. The data sheet attached. Data sheet is page 89 and page 90. These are the data points that you should have. And I will make a file with this included so you can just type in your information and move on with your life. On page 93 is kind of a rough outline of what you should be writing about as well. Remember that getting the right bacteria is only 5% of your grade. Yes, I would like it if you got the right bacteria, if you knew what it was based on the results that you have, but that's not half as important as some of the other things on this list. You need to look at this and you need to see what you need to have in that paper. And for the history, make sure that you use hard sources. So even if you're using something from the internet, it needs to be from a website that is reputable, not Wikipedia. I understand that Wikipedia has a lot of information. I don't want you to get your information from Wikipedia. If you have access to an online library, here at CBC we do, so you should be able to get references. Make sure that when you put the reference, you're not referencing the website, you're referencing the article or the book. So you should have a works cited or a bibliography attached to it. You need to tell me what the sources are. You're only allowed 3 direct quotes that are 1 sentence. You can't directly quote from an entire paper. Just don't do that. If I find that it's plagiarism, you'll fail. Understand that this is a bigger percentage of your grade than your practical, so you need to do a good job. Once you receive this, you will have 1 week to get this completed. Luckily for the online students have all the data. They don't have to do any of the experiments. With that in mind, once you get this, you'll have 1 week. Get it taken care of. Get it back to me. Remember, I have to grade these. Read them all. Go through the rubric. Grade all of them before the semester is done, which means you get 1 week. So please get them turned in. If you have any questions, text me, please. Remember, I have said this repeatedly all semester long. If you email me, I will probably not see it. I need you to text me. If you want to email me something longer, I said this at the beginning of the semester, that's perfectly fine. Just text me first so I know I need to go look at my Blackboard email. Remember to tell me your name and remember to tell me what class. Microlab, Ronica Williams. I emailed you. That's literally all you have to put in a text. Okay. If you have any questions, like I said, text me.